We need leaders who don't have their hands in corporate pockets. Brian, I'm praying for you to get in, and I appreciate that, Davey. And let me be clear. Many of our leaders in conservative and labor have corporate sponsors. If you look closely, you can see them in their ads. We have no lobbyists. We have no corporate sponsors. I have one aim in mind as your next mayor of London, to make the best decisions for the citizens, period, and balance our budgets. Wes Burns on Instagram says, top man, Brian, you need to be prime minister, never mind mayor. I appreciate that, Wes, but let's focus on London first. That's what I want to do. Another fellow on Instagram says, May 6th is too far away. I know what you're saying. We got 168 days, but trust me, it's going to go by like that. Prolific Trader on Instagram says, we need you, Brian. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Stacy on Instagram says, London is lucky to have you, Brian. Thank you very much. Honestly, I'm lucky to have London. I appreciate this city very, very much. We've got Jono Star on YouTube saying, you got my vote. You are running independent. It's a question. I am proudly independent. Yes, I am. We want to be independent. That's what we want to do here because we want the best independent decisions. We got Dane Martin on YouTube says, I'm from up north, but I really hope you get into the mayor's office in our beautiful capital. Thank you, Dane. I appreciate you. We've got Ishak Rahim on YouTube saying, don't stop with London. Singapore needs you. I appreciate Ishak, but the truth is this. If we can show London how it's done, if we can show real leadership in London, if we can return this city to be one of the greatest in the world, then I'm confident that other cities will follow us and they'll use our policies. So that's my plan. We got Anna OB on YouTube saying, you are my mayor. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you. Bella Parker on YouTube said, so Brian, what is your plan to fix all this up? Will you open up the London road Sadiq has closed? Yes, I will. I'll talk about that very shortly. MJ on YouTube says, get after it, big dog. Rooting for you, real Brian Rose 10X. Thank you, MJ. I appreciate you. Sienna V. Rose on Instagram says, the solution is so simple. It is, but we have such bad leadership, but we have to change. She says, you standing for mayor is the news best news I've heard all year. Thank you, Sienna. The truth is this. The policies are simple. They're simple. We all see them. And yet our current leadership, they aren't able to execute on them because of their vested interests, because of their mismanaged policies. And that's why we need new blood, new vision, and a new direction. I appreciate your thoughts on there. Chrissy on IG says, now that's a true mayor. Thank you. Mikey Wooten says, this is what a real mayor who has the people's interest at heart would do. That's the truth. That's what we want to do here. Fode on Instagram says, you need to save the city, sir. And finally, we got Ian Brixton Boy on Instagram says, our current mayor just wants to win points that will aid him in his future political career. Sadly true. As a personal trainer, Ian says, and professional athlete, we have no backing from our leaders. Our mental health is going downhill and we're losing money. I couldn't agree with you more, Ian. It's sad to see, and we're all paying for this right now. We cannot blame the COVID pandemic for these failings. We just can't. When you actually look into the data, this city has been mismanaged, not just for 1 year, for 2 year, for 5 year, for 10 years, for 20 years. And it's about time that we start showing leadership and getting people to really go in here and make the changes that we need.